Healthier Choice Management's, or ticker symbol HCMC, is a really exciting penny stock that I just purchased, I believe, last Thursday. My average price, as you can see here, I own 124,000 shares. My average price is a tenth of a dollar, or a tenth of a cent even, apologies, and that works out to about 0.7 pound. So my current holdings is about, I deposited about £90 into it. I actually bought £50 and then it went down about 50%, so I put another £40 in, and I was sitting around a return of £18.10 loss. And that's just before the market closed on Friday. So as it opens up today, it's currently Monday morning. The market's open at 1:30 UK time. I'm expecting it to jump up because it's got a lot of attention over the weekend. I believe its stock to its followers was around sitting around 10,000. And you can see over the weekend when the markets are closed, it's actually gained so much traction. It's almost like quadrupled or doubled again. I can't remember the exact figure. But that's just showing how much traction it's got and how bullish people are on this. So now there's a few reasons for this. The main being, or let me start off with what actual HCMC is. So as the name suggests, they're about healthier lifestyles. They own a few spas and retail outlets in Florida and the southeast of the US. And they also own a lot of vape shops. And this is one of the catalysts of why the price could skyrocket. So they have a product with the vape called IQOS tobacco vapor. And this is actually in a lawsuit because they claim Philip Morris has been infringing on its patent 170, which involves this product. Now this is really interesting because Philip Morris is a massive tobacco company, international tobacco company, and they're using this really small firm's technology. So that's a bit of background on HCMC and why the catalyst I think it could go up with this lawsuit. It doesn't go into much detail on how much it could actually get, which is obviously the main factor that will drive HCMC's price up. So just a bit of more detail in the lawsuit. They have Cozen O'Connor, the team who was involved in the 9/11 litigations. And not only this, you can see on the LinkedIn profile of the CEO, he actually went to law school. So these are a few quite indications to give you a bit of confidence in that the lawsuit could be successful. So now this was filed back in November 2020, and now obviously it got extended from, I believe it was supposed to end in the, or make a decision to go to trial or to settle from end of December, beginning of January. However, this has been extended now to February 26th. So this is a short-term trade I'm looking to make. And the reason why I think it will settle and not continue to go through trial and get extended even further, you can see the statistic here. So it shows here the vast majority of patent lawsuits settle before trial, and that's actually 95 to 97% of them. So again, so this shows that there's quite a high success rate if it settles, that we would get the money sooner rather than later. However, we could also lose the case. That's why I said it's obviously very speculative, and there's a lot of things that have to go right to make a lot of money. But a bit of background on Philip Morris. So they currently have a revenue of about $80 billion in 2018. But this doesn't show how much we could actually get in a settlement. So this just shows how much revenue we got. The settlement will be based on how much HCMC has lost in revenues or how much Philip Morris has gained in revenues from the IQOS vape product. So I've gone into here, so I've just checked. Again, this is really rough figures. I couldn't find any exact details. But you can see here this IQOS product, vape product, retails for about $80. And in the screenshot you can see here, it says Philip Morris has had 14 million users. So just putting them figures together, that gives us a total revenue of about 1.2 billion that HCMC has missed out on. So that kind of gives you a good indication of what the lawsuit settlement could provide HCMC. And this is absolutely massive. I just want to go in a bit more detail here as well. This is the actual law report about what's going on. So this actually goes through, so this is what HCMC are demanding. So it goes through the kind of things you'd expect. So it says, so account and pay damage is adequate to the compensation, blah, 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 infringing on the patent. Of course, it gets their cost and expenditure back, and also accounts for any infringing sales not presented at trial and an award. So they should be able to get their settlement of around $1 billion. And this is massive. I just want to go through HCMC's current market cap. On Trading 212, for some reason it says it's 21 million. On Yahoo Finance it says it's about 84 billion, and so is Google. So I'm going to go with that 80 billion kind of market cap at the moment. However, OTC kind of markets, they can tend to fluctuate, and it's a bit not really reported accurately always. However, so we're going to use an average of about $80 million for their market cap. So if they receive 1 billion in funding from this settlement, this allows them to do a share buyback scheme. So this means This can increase the stock price for a few reasons. One, share buybacks means that there's demand. The company themselves are buying back their own shares, so this demand automatically creates the price to go up. But it also reduces the supply. It reduces the shares in circulation, which is one of the risks with HCMC because it has a really high share float. That means a lot of people have to buy loads and loads of shares. Obviously, where it's quite cheap, this is quite feasible. But I believe at the current standing, it only costs about 88 million to buy all the outstanding shares, which if they won a $1 billion lawsuit, they can do that in an instant, and they can just easily buy up all the shares and just absolutely make this price skyrocket. Again, it's all speculative on them receiving a large amount in the settlement. One, even getting a settlement, and two, if it goes to trial, if they win the trial. So there's a load of factors that could go wrong, but also that's kind of the risk and reward. So that is why I've only put about £90 in. As you can see from my total portfolio, about 27,000. It's currently about 0.5% of my portfolio. So there's obviously a lot of risk with this, but there's a lot of shares. My personal price target, I'm hoping for about 10 cents, which would mean my £100 investment is worth £10,000. Now that is crazy kind of things. Again, like I said, this is a high risk investment or trade, and a lot of things can go wrong. I'm just give you another background. I want to go through some of the stock tips comments because a lot of them really make me laugh. It's a lot of people just gassing up the stock, trying to pump it, get other people to buy, and that's kind of how it explodes when loads of people pour in because they get loads of good feedback on it. But the sentiment on it is really high. A lot of people are really liking this stock, and like I said, the traction is gaining about 10,000 followers over the weekend. Just shows you the sentiment and how people are getting really on board with this. However, I don't want to get you too excited about it because there's a lot of crap on here as well. Some people are delusional. They're saying it can be like $1. That is 10,000 times increase or something stupid like that. Sorry, that's just off the top of my head. All the decimals kind of got a bit confusing, but that is just stupid money. If it reached $1, my £100 investment would be over £100,000. So that just shows you kind of scale and how people. I don't know if people really believe this, but that is not going to happen. That would put the company valued at about 100 billion or something stupid like that. Close enough to Walmart's kind of level. I think Walmart's current market cap is about 500 billion. And so for a company that's generating a current market cap of about 80 million, that kind of puts their revenues, what's that, a few million a year. And just to get a $1 billion lawsuit was a massive increase, and it will increase the price. I'm confident in that. But it's not going to make it like a fraction of Walmart's, nowhere near that. So just be realistic with your opening. And just see how you kind of feel. Again, like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm really excited about this stock. Let me know if you're investing any money in it. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.